The biggest thing was lack of experience. So a lot of the topics that we've even covered are things that were so far outside what I would have considered my job. I'm an engineer, I'm very technical focused. Pulling in things like legal and governance just is so outside of what I was expecting, that I was a bit concerned that it was going to be too much or too different to what I'm used to.
I think my initial concerns were around my own personal lack of knowledge and lack of experience. And it's one of those things where you see opportunities arising, but you almost automatically rule yourself out because you don't have experience, but the only way to get that experience is to actually do it.
Confidence would have always held me back from doing things, but it's time to, get those big girl pants on and step up.
I thought that I wasn't the type of person that would be on a board. I thought I was too young, even though I'm in my 40s. I'm a mum with 2 small children. I didn't think my skill set or my experience would be relevant.
Well, actually, my concern was that I would not in any way be capable of picking up the knowledge, skills or experience that I would need to actually sit on a board myself.
I was worried that I might not have the time or the ability to be able to dedicate to the course.
Lots of things, I suppose. Just lack of confidence, fear of the kind of unknown.
I thought I had some skills to bring to a board, but I was always very conscious that everyone else on the board would be very experienced and very knowledgeable, and that being compared against those other people felt just very daunting.
It was confidence. Before in PTAs and management committees, it was a group of mums sitting around tables discussing things to do with school and kids.
Probably my own self-confidence. When you think about boardrooms, I didn't picture someone like me being in a boardroom. I didn't know whether I had skills or life experiences to actually bring there.
It was just that sort of thoughtful consideration, really, of in committing to it. I wanted to make sure I maximised the opportunity that was there.
And I had seen some positions coming up in Board of Governors, and I never felt it was for me. That was more for men who had professional jobs, who had years of experience. So I suppose it was my own self-belief and my own confidence and my ideas of what a board looks like. So I was the one holding myself back.
Yeah, absolutely. So I kind of lacked the confidence before I applied for the position on the Boardroom Apprentice. I was a wee bit nervous about the unknown, and I didn't feel that I had the skills or competencies to be successful on a board. So I think that was one of the things that I was most fearful of in the beginning. But as my colleagues previously said, the programme teaches you those skills and competencies, and that gives you the confidence then to be successful.
I was worried they'd think I was a fraud. I think you go into it and you feel, you worry about imposter syndrome and whether you really have what it takes. And I think the very fact that you actually apply and you try shows a lot.
I suppose you've just that natural anxiety, will I be good enough?
I was worried that I wouldn't get in and that I wouldn't have the skills.
I was worried about confidence, and the Boardroom Apprentice programme would be something outside of my comfort zone, and I was afraid that I wouldn't have the confidence to fully participate and put myself forward during the programme.